team?
Well, he's off the team. Some people are gonna be out the playoffs, and some people are gonna win the NFC West. So we gotta talk about it. Now it's a close race. Well, closer than you probably think. You got the Seahawks, who are 8-5. You
Mm-hmm.
got the Rams, who are 7-6.
76.
You got the Cardinals, who are 6-7, and you got the 49ers at last place at 5-8. But there are 3 game separation between last place and first place, and there are a lot of
We're six
still,
and eight, by the way.
huh? Oh,
Six
my
and eight.
bad. My bad. I gave y'all my bad. I gave y'all extra. I gave y'all my bad. 6-8. Cause y'all did play Thursday. The new week has already started. My bad. Y'all were 5-8 last week. Y'all played the Bears. They're 6-8, so they're 2.5 games, 2.5 games behind first place. But it's a close race, and a lot of division games still need to be played. So we gotta pick a winner early. We're not gonna wait until the end of the season to pick a winner. We're gonna do it right now. I know we all had our preseason picks, but based on right now and going forward, Mark, we're gonna kick off with you. Who's gonna win the NFC West?
Well, the Rams, in my opinion. I think the Rams got it. I don't think Seattle keep the lead. If you're looking at the schedule, I feel like it favors the Rams to win out. They all still got to play each other. Everybody do. The NFC West is a weird division. Let me not say weird. It's a competitive division. I know this year ain't going the 49ers way. The Cardinals, you don't know what Cardinals you're gonna get. You might get a great Kyler. You might get a bad defense for the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams has been the only team that's really been like consistent. Um, they don't win all their games, but then, they stick in what they run. They rely heavy on veteran quarterback with all the injuries that they dealt with at the beginning of the season. So they lost Puka at one point in time. They lost Cooper Kupp at one point in time, and they look where they at right now. They're 8-6, so they're competing.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, they really haven't been through anything like that yet. I don't think they will go through anything, but it's just like I just don't trust Geno Smith still. But I do trust Matthew Stafford. I really do. I trust Sean McVay. So I do think they end up pulling this out. The Rams. Let me see. I'm trying to look at the Rams schedule. The remaining three teams that they play. Because for the 49ers, a lot has to happen. And when a lot has to happen, you don't carry your own feet. So teams that normally don't carry their own fate, it really don't work out the way they wanted to. So they need teams to lose twice, and 9 times out of 10 that won't happen. Then they still got to play each other, and no. So the Rams is out. The Cardinals, they should have won last week. If they would have won last week, we'd be having a different conversation right now. But they lost. The Rams just beat the 49ers, so they just got another division win. And I think Seattle still has to play the Rams, don't they?
Yep. They played them last game of the season.
And I think that's going to come down to who's going to win the division. And I think the Rams win that game. If Seattle do win, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think they're going to end up getting they're going to get outplayed. I like Stafford over Geno Smith.
I'm gonna go with the Rams too. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with the Rams. Since Puka Nacua, so he played week 1 against Detroit, then he got hurt, and then since he's been back, they've been 6-2. So they got out to that slow start, and they've been 6-2 since Puka's been back. And since Puka's been back,
they've been 7-2 since their bye week.
7-2 since their bye week. All right, and since Puka's been back, Matthew Stafford 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So he's been balling, and they've been beating. They beat some quality teams. Now the teams they lost to the Dolphins, they lost to Philly, but got Buffalo. Think about it. Look at that game they played against Buffalo. High scoring game, shootout. And then they turn around in a short week, go to San Francisco, and win that game on the road on the no touchdown game. Fresh off of an all touchdown game. Literally 6 touchdowns from both teams, no turnovers. And you go to this game, you force a turnover, you get no turn, you didn't turn the ball over, you win. That was a playoff win they had yesterday against the 49ers. So, and then, like you said, Mark, the Seahawks, before the season, I wasn't really high on the Seahawks. And I'm still not. Now, granted, 8-5. I got to give them their credit. Credit is due where they are right now. A lot of the games been very sloppy. A lot of the games been tight knit. They've been winning a lot of close games. Kudos to them. But you look at the schedule down the street. They play Green Bay Packers this weekend. They play the Minnesota Vikings. Chicago will be a sneaky one, and they end the season with the Rams. And when I look at the Rams, they got the Jets, they got the Cardinals, and they got the Seahawks. So they have a favorable schedule. 49ers, sorry, y'all got Detroit. Y'all can't take an L no more, and that's the L right there. So we got automatically take y'all out. The Cardinals, they got an easy schedule. They got the Seahawks, Patriots, Panthers, Rams, and 49ers. But Patriots and Panthers, they win those two games, they're gonna make everything interesting. But I feel like the Cardinals, they missed out on a lot of close games. They like against the Vikings 2 weeks ago. They should have beat the Vikings. Like, it's a lot of games, and they were right there to win, and they didn't finish it. But I'm gonna go with the Rams, huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams because Matthew Stafford and this offense playing at a different level. You know, since Puka's been here, so I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, but
Dave, before you go, Dave, let me throw this out there. Shanahan was 8-0 with games without scoring a touchdown. McVay, the Rams, was 0-6. So
he was 0-7.
The luck this season.
He was 0-7.
0-7. Just to show you the luck this season that the 49ers are having. So I mean, and the Rams are having. So I mean, take a little bit of luck to get in the playoffs too. And the Rams got that on their side right now.
Yeah.
My bad. You can go ahead. My bad, Dave.
Gonna take a lot of luck for us to get into the playoffs now that we lost that game. What I was going to add to you, Joe, was remember the Cardinals almost beat the Bills early in the season. That was a close game that they lost as well. So they would, that would be a key win on their thing. So that's just pretty much how it is. When it comes to the Seahawks, like you said, Joe, they got the tougher schedule. They got the Packers coming up, and then they got the Vikings right after that. So that could be back-to-back L's for them, or at least one L for them, honestly. Then you got the Bears. I mean, I think that they beat the Bears, but then again, it's the Seahawks. You don't know who's going to show up. You don't know. And then they got the Rams and the Cardinals. Yes, they do have the Patriots and the Panthers, but remember the Panthers almost beat Philly and they almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Panthers is a no joke team. That's not a team that's not the same team that we saw early in the season. Let's just put it that way. This team's playing a lot better right now. So they could easily be somebody's spoiler, especially when it comes to the NFC West. I also believe that the Rams win it. I think they've played the best team ball out of everyone in the NFC West right now. 7-2 since their bye week. Had a huge win last week against the Bills. And then the team that has been smacking up on you the last few years, you sweep them, beat them in their house on Thursday night. You won the last 3 games against them, so you got that edge on them right now. Trolling them, calling them, say you the big brother now. That's they saying all that stuff now. And then you got a healthy Puka Nacua. You got Kyron Williams now running the ball. You got Blake Corum in the mix in the running game now. You still got some tight end help. Even though he didn't have a good game, Cooper Kupp, you still have Cooper Kupp. And then you have that defense that's actually been playing a lot better lately as well. That defensive line has been creating pressure. And I think they have the more favorable schedule out of everyone that's there. Because if you look at all of their opponents, it's the 2 opponents in their it's the 2 opponents that they have ahead of them. Well, now the 2 opponents that they have between them winning the division, the Cardinals and the Rams, and then you got the Jets. I don't think anyone's going to pick the Rams to lose to the Jets.
No, they haven't.
So, I mean, it can happen. It's the NFL. It's possible, but I don't think anyone is. I think Vegas is going to make sure that they pick the Rams to win that game. So that's another win, and then they have a really good chance to beat the other 2. They have a chance to win out. And if they win out, they win a division, plain and simple.
Let's get it. All right.